How about we listen to some music? Are you up for that?
Sure. But like I told you, man, if it's from like before the 1960s, I know I'm gonna fail.
I'm just going to cue them up in the chat.
All right.
All right, so you should be able to grab that and play it.
It sounds like Eric Gale.
Eric Gale. Now, I don't even know who Eric Gale is. It's groovy though, hey? It's funky. Any guess on
Yeah.
the era?
Hang on a sec. I mean, it's funny. At the beginning, I thought it sounded a lot like Eric Gale just because of the style that was surrounding it, you know? And then for a second, I thought maybe it was David T. Walker, but I didn't hear any of his. It's not his picking sound, and not he didn't have all of those little double stops he plays. And then it got really active and really, really like overtly. There's a few like overt kind of bebop lines in there. I mean, it's definitely from the late 70s, early 80s. And if it's not from that time, it's made to sound like it's from that time. And I mean, it definitely had a Joe Sample vibe, but I don't know why I have a feeling it's a little later than that. Maybe it's like Dave Grusin on keys or something like that. And there really wasn't drums, right? It was percussion more. Um, so I don't know who it could be. Some jazz guitar player, I guess. I'm just
It is some jazz guitar player, and you're spot on with the timing. It's recorded in 1978,
okay.
and the track is called CapU. So it's got a real Brazilian. It got quite a few Brazilians playing on it.
Okay, so that's where the percussion thing came in
Yeah, yeah.
for sure.
It's got uh, Paulinho da Costa, who is a
Okay,
pretty famous percussionist.
absolutely, yeah.
Joe Pass on
It
guitar.
was Joe Pass, huh?
Yeah,
Wow. Really weird to hear him in that context because I've listened to so much Joe Pass and it just doesn't sound. I mean, of course, it's Joe Pass. The Joe Pass that I listened to ad infinitum was all of the solo records that he made.
right.
So I could
Is
the
that right?
record I like, the Joe Pass record I like this is one he made with Carol Kay.
It was from this time?
No, earlier, from
Yeah.
like the early 70s, kind of. So this is a Joe Pass record?
It's from it's the best of Joe Pass.
Okay, all
So I'm
right.
not actually sure what album it's from, but I do know it says on this collection that it was recorded in 1978, and it gives the players and Oscar Castro Neves on rhythm guitar. So there is two
Mm-hmm.
guitarists in the piece. But
Yeah.
it kind of disguises them a little bit. That's
I
interesting.
think so. And
Yeah.
it's also not a milieu that you expect to hear in it either, you know.
Yeah,
It's
but
still great. I mean, he's
it was
still Joe
groovy.
Pass.
I really liked the
Yeah,
track,
yeah.
so I thought it suited
Yeah, me
you
too.
and your
Me
grooviness.
too. Totally. I loved it.
Shall we? Let's do track number 2. You ready?
Bring it. Yeah.
See, you got the era perfectly.
I think I know who this is. I think it's is it that group Tinari Wen?
It's not Tinarwen, but that's a really good guess.
It's not. It sounds like Ali Farka Touré, but sped up. You know. So is it Ali Farka Touré's son?
It's not no.
I don't know who it is. I mean, I know Ali Farka Touré. I know Umu Sangari, and I think that's about all I know.
It's an artist called Bambino. And he's
I never heard of him before.
He is a Tuareg from the desert. Yeah, what do you think of this? It's very different guitar.
Yeah, well, of course, always the phrasing. They have a very specific kind of phrasing that they use. You hear it off the bat, you know. I love it. I can't play that for shit, but I love it, you know. The guys I know that play like this, the Americans, are those guys that they live in New Orleans, Raj Cassis and Sam Dickey. Those guys?
Oh, and so I know Sam. They play with Fatou Mata Diawara, who's another Malian great artist, singer-songwriter.
Yeah, those guys
She lives
really...
in Italy now. But those guys, she's got an American band, and they can play that music really well. We've had her here a couple times. She's fantastic.
Yeah, they're really good, man. Those guys were schooling me last time I hung out with them. I was just like, give me a list of shit to listen to. You know, they really, really know. They're great musicians, man.
Well, recommend Bambino. He's nicknamed the Sultan of Shred. The Sultan of Shred.
Okay, yeah, because he was kind of shredding a little bit there. Bambino. All right, I'll have to remember. He's not Italian, and he's Bambino.
No, Bambino. But it is a nickname. His real name is Omar Mokhtar.
Okay.
But his nickname is Bambino, B-O-M, but it's after the Italian name Bambino, which is kid, right?
Yeah. Little boy.
Yeah.
Little boy.
Going to number 3 now.
That sounds like Los Lobos. Is that Los Lobos?
It's not Los Lobos, no.
Is this somebody I know?
No. You should know the guitarist, the guest guitarist with this band.
I don't know, I give up. There's like 3 guitars soloing at once. What is it?
So it's a Portuguese band. And I didn't expect you to be able to guess them because they're well known in Portugal, but not here. They're called Dead Combo. It's an unusual name. And they had Mark Ribot as a guest on this album.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't recognize his playing on it, so there were so many guitars going on.
So the main duo is bass and guitar. So there is obviously at least 2 guitars and maybe more in this track. But I like it's definitely got a Mexican flavor to it, right?
Not really. I don't know why I thought it was Los Lobos. I mean, because that's Mexican American. But yeah, it had the Los Lobos sound. Whoever they are, they definitely listen to a lot of Los Lobos.
I don't know if you've heard much Portuguese music, but it's definitely got melancholia. The Portuguese guitar is a very particular instrument, and um,
Yeah, I used to have a record with Carlos Paredes and Charlie Hayden back in the
yeah,
day.
dialogues. Yeah. You toured Portugal?
Crazy. I've been to pretty much every place in Europe, but I've not been to Portugal
Oh,
for some reason. I've been to Brazil a lot. Brazil's my spot.
yeah, yeah. I can definitely picture that.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to the final one.
Oh, only
Um,
four. I told you I wasn't gonna get any of them.
yeah, but you got the year, and
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't expecting you to probably know Bambino. He's not a household name by any means, but you got that he was his Tenaro is really close to what he's doing. So that was a good guess. Okay, track number 4.
I don't know. Is that like Bill Frisell or something like that?
It's Bill
Yeah.
Frisell.
So yeah, I got one of them.
It's a good guess because I'm not sure it's not on it's he's a guest on this album. So I've tried to be tricky with all of them. Like it's not on any of his albums, so you wouldn't have got it from
Ah,
having Frisell albums. Do you know the tune he's playing at all?
no.
So it's a tune, That's It by the Mississippi Sheiks.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So my friend Steve Dawson, uh,
I know Steve. He's my friend too.
well, Steve did this really cool record. It was just a real who's who in the folk roots blues world.
Okay.
And
Oh, cool.
so I thought it would be fun to give you the Frizzell tune. Because I was thinking
Yeah,
every Frizzell one, I'm like, oh, well, you'll know that record, I'm sure.
Steve put out a really good record recently with a string quartet it's his record he made with just him playing acoustic guitar and a
Yeah,
string quartet.
yeah,
That shit's pretty bad.
it's really good.
And totally,
Anyway,
totally.
well, thanks so much for joining
Thank
us.
you. Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure, and I hope to see you maybe next year. You never know.
Hope so. Hope to get you back sometime real soon.
Yeah, for
Take
sure.
good care. And
You too. Thank you so
okay.
much.